Hey, this is Vento from Nightsky Studios, and you're watching Aux Output. Today we're going to be talking to LindZ Owen. We're going to be talking to her a little bit about her band Back by Sunrise and a little bit about her solo project. So stay tuned. What's up, LindZ Owen? How you been? Good?
I've been great.
First things first.
What are those?
Why are you wearing shoes in the studio? You know this is a shoe-free studio.
I just got here.
Gotta take those
Give me
shoes
a
off.
break.
For anybody coming on the show, if you got ugly feet, just be prepared. Gotta take your shoes off. Shoe-free studio, okay?
It's okay that my socks don't match.
That's fine.
Okay, good.
That's fine. So, been busy, huh?
Yes.
Been a little bit busy.
Yes.
Got a lot going on.
You know.
Kind of new to the scene, but coming up really, really fast.
Go big or go home, right?
You got your band Back by Sunrise, but you're also doing solo work today.
Yes.
Got a new CD coming out. You got a whole bunch going on.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell us about?
Well, the CD's called Newly Single, and we're getting ready to release it. We're going to have the release party November 16th at Union Jacksonopolis. So that's real exciting, planning a party, you know, so.
Well, that's what we want to focus on today. We want to focus on, original music. We're not going to talk about so much about the cover stuff, but we know that you have the band Back by Sunrise. You guys play mostly covers, but you're trying to transition into doing some of your original music as well, right?
Yes. We're doing some of mine, and then as soon as we get done with the release party, then we're going to start writing our own together Back by Sunrise originals. So.
I got a little bit of a beef with the audience around here because they typically want to hear just, cover songs, and I don't particularly like that. So, got a beef with you people and a beef with you bar owners. You guys should be more focused on these bands and let them play original music and, let them do their thing as opposed to just hearing the same 20 songs from the same 20 bands every day. How do you feel about that? Do you like playing covers? What do you feel about that?
I enjoy the covers. The covers are fun. But it's really awesome. We do get to play some of my original stuff, and it is so cool to see people actually singing along with a song, even the first time they heard it.
Yeah.
Like we played You, the song called You off the EP, and the first time there were these children in the audience. It was a festival, a lobster festival, and it's repetitive. So the first time they heard it, they're singing on You. It was great.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's a good song off the record. Maybe a little bit later we can hear a little snippet of that song if you want.
Cool.
I don't know what you want them to hear, what you don't want them to hear, but that would be nice if we can hear a little bit of your music and see a little bit of the CD artwork and things like that. Regarding your new CD, this CD's been a long time in the works, right? Like probably years.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit why it took so long, first of all.
It took so long because I just started writing songs for fun or out of therapy and didn't know what to do with them, and finally I think in like 2009 or 10, maybe later, I met Eric Scott and I knew he was doing what I wanted to do, so I said, well, can I take you to dinner and let you hear some of my songs and see what you think and see if it's even worth pursuing and worth recording. And so took him to Outback, we talked about it, and he was like, yeah, you got some cute little songs, so he helped me start recording.
So was he the official producer of the CD, kind of like a pseudo producer in there?
Yeah, I mean we kind of all worked together.
He's a very talented guy, very good singer, good songwriter, things like that. How many tracks are on the new CD?
7.
7 tracks total.
7, yes.
And is there a certain theme? You said it's called the Newly Single EP. Is there a certain theme to the CD?
It's called Newly Single just because it's everything that I went through after my breakup.
Now, who were the actual musicians that played on it?
They were B.J. Kerwin and Scott Ensign from the band The Last Year, was Nicky Barr band, and their studio is called Obscura Sound. So that's
okay.
Eric introduced me to them, and we recorded it there.
See,
and they played on it.
Some of you guys might be wondering why she's on the show if I didn't actually record the CD, but there's actually an interesting story behind that. You actually came to me and said, hey, can you do anything with this? Can you make it sound better? I said, sure, I can make it sound better. But if I was you, I probably would just go ahead and put out the CD and just move forward. But you, on the other hand, were very persistent. Anything that you could do,
it has to sound as good as it possibly can.
anything you could do to make it sound better. So you kind of went out of here, came back a couple weeks later, and said, "Look, do what you can do with it." And that showed me a lot about what your work ethic was about, and how real and how honest you were trying to be with this CD, which ultimately led us to another project, which we'll talk about later, that you and I are doing. That's going to turn into a whole album. But yeah, so what about that? What about the decision-making process? Coming back in the studio after it was already done, just to remix it.
I was so ready to put it out too, but I wanted it to sound just amazing, and
And it does sound better now. I'm just saying.
It does
sound
because
better now.
we sat here for hours, like 12-hour days, sitting here fighting over a word for an hour.
The guys,
maybe.
don't get me wrong, the guys that recorded it did a great job at recording it, but I just don't think they were used to mixing and things like that. They're great guys. They had the musicians, the musicianship was awesome. Everything about it was good. We just wanted to take it to that next level, which ultimately we did.
I wanted to be more hands-on with it. I was able to sit here while you were mixing it. I think that was the best thing
You
for
had a lot of input on it,
Mhm.
which I definitely respected and was glad that you were here to do that. I think it would be really cool if we could listen to one of your songs. What song would you like us to hear?
I think I want us to do You. It's a little more poppy than the rest of the songs on the album. It was kind of written about a time when I was trying to just get back out there and move on from a past relationship. So I think some people can relate to just not being ready yet, but still trying.
All right.
So.
Let's give it a listen.
He takes me out to dinner just to show me off. Sushi. Convinced he's got a winner and I'm stepping soft. Yeah, we quiet. Each time he gets to talking, I just press mute. Does he ever shut up? 'Cause all I want is you. All I want is you, 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 you. All I want is you, 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 you. No one has ever made me laugh the way you do. All I want is you. So he walked by at the right time. I was drowning, needing somebody.
Alright, so that was a clip from You, from her newly single EP, and you just saw the cover of that CD, and the package is actually really nice. It's a 12-page booklet, full jewel case. It's actually done by one of my graphic designers, Mike H. I can't say his last name because you'll see it, and I'm not
Witness
sure.
protection.
I can't even say it. It's so hard to pronounce, but we're going to give you guys a link to his site because he's really awesome. So tell us a little bit about the packaging. It's a great package.
It's beautiful. The photos were from Justin William Photography, and we took them in North Beach on the boardwalk, a lot of them, so that was really cool. It's close to home in Calvert County, and I wanted it to be a multi-page, booklet because I didn't want to do a sleeve. I wanted all the lyrics to be there because the lyrics are so important.
Everybody's doing sleeves nowadays. It's
I want to
cool
go
have
old
a jewel
school.
case.
Yeah.
And you did have all the lyrics in there, which I think is awesome. All the credits, all the lyrics, multiple photos. So it's actually a real package, like you said. It's an old school package, like the CDs you used to buy in the store, which is really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish everybody did that nowadays. A while back, you filmed a video for the song called "Old Officer," which is also going to be on the EP, like you said, remixed, remastered, everything. Sounds a lot better now. But tell us a little bit about that video process, because it was a little controversy and a whole bunch of views on that thing. What about that?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was so cool. I basically put it all together myself. BJ from Obscura Sound helped me get a film crew. Monty Savard was doing the video, and we threw it together in like a month. The filming took one day. We filmed from 10 in the morning until 3 a.m. the next day, and we got the local sheriff's department in on it. The day before the video, I did not have a male lead for the cop, and the sheriff actually, I just was like, well, how do I do this? So I just went to the top. I said, Sheriff Mike Evans, can you help me find somebody? I got a film crew coming down. We need a male lead. He helped me find one. Actually, a lot of the deputies thought it was a joke when the email first went out to them that we were looking for somebody to be in a music video. So nobody responded.
So what's up with all the controversy around it, though? Like, it seemed like 10,000 plays overnight and then 20,000 plays the next day. Like, what was up with all the controversy?
Well, I knew some of the people that were running against the sheriff, and I was telling them about all the drama trying to throw this thing together the day before. And they were like, oh, we can help you do the video. And I'm like, well, we already did it, it's done. But I was like, thank you. Well, then the video ended up coming out just after the election, and my friend's camp lost. And so...
It was all over the news, though, right? Like,
then
multiple channels, all over
somebody
the news,
called
everywhere.
the news. Somebody called the news. I was on Fox 5.
So let this be a lesson to everyone. If you want to get a lot of plays and you want to get a lot of attention, just make something controversial. It always works. All press is good press, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even mean for it to become controversial, but it got 25,000 views on YouTube, and I was on the news 2 or 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good song. I don't even think it's one of the best songs on the CD, and it got all that plays and all that controversy going on, and a lot of people really like the song, but I think you guys are going to be more pleased with some of the other songs on there. Alright, so now I think we would like to probably listen to one more snippet off the CD. This song is a song called March, and it's a really different kind of song. It's got an eerie intro on it. Pretty poppy song, but I think it's more of a musician's kind of song. What do you want to tell us about the song March before we listen?
Well, it's a little more rocky than some of the other songs on the...
Yeah, a little more, the others are a little more poppy, it's a little bit more rocky.
And some of the lyrics are even more personal than some of the others, and it was funny because one of my mentors was telling me, oh, it's too specific, it's too personal, it's called March. It's talking about how I hate March because that was when the breakup happened. But my girlfriend's a traffic reporter, and the very next day after I showed her that song and said that all the criticism about it being too specific came up, the next day she texted me from work and she said, LindZ, the study just got released that I think the most divorces or breakups happen in March. And I was like, oh, well, that just confirms that somebody else can probably relate to this.
It's definitely a good song. I would think that, like you said, I know you have more poppy songs and those kind of songs on the CD, but I kind of enjoyed that song just because it is a musician's kind of song. It's got some cool riffing going on. Vocals are really strong in it also. But yeah, let's take a listen to that.
Take me back to August, back to the start. The sunshine down upon us, right through our heart. A sign we saved the picture, made love last through the winter. Can't understand how we just fell apart. I really hate March. I was yours.
All right, well, that about wraps up our first episode. And
Actually, I brought you a present.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Right, so open it.
You should open it now.
You guys don't understand about this. There's a lot of you guys out there that do understand about this. 4 blocks of cheese. Because we all know who likes cheese.
I need cheese!
You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright? And
We all know who likes Skittles.
it's time to celebrate.
It's time for a celebration.
Alright, well that's awesome. This will be used for sure. And I was really glad to have you as a part of our first episode because we got a lot of stuff going on together, like I said, that we'll talk about later. And so glad you could be here. But tell us one more time about the CD release party.
Yes,
the CD release
the
date.
CD release party. It is November 16th. It's a Monday night at 7 p.m. to 10 at Union Jacks, Annapolis. So you better be there.
Everybody be there. Buy the CD. It's awesome.
Damn, bro, Nick.